Okay. Hello, and welcome, of course, to Nightfall Presents Crystal Vatlin NA Edition PvP Tournament number 3. You guys should be able to hear me now as I talk to myself for like straight 5 minutes. Big announcement. You guys will be getting a great opportunity, if you are part of NA or EU, to compete against each other, not PvP-wise, but you're going to be doing participation. So you want to bring the most people to your tournament and compete in your tournament, because whoever has the most participants in Crystal Vatlin number 4 PvP tournament for Nightfall, you will get an opportunity for your community of NA or EU to compete in a 3v3 teams match for $300. So that's $100 per person on your team. It'll be 3v3s. So the more people you have participating, the better. Oh, thank you, Sapo, for the sub. So the more people you guys get to participate, the more people, the more opportunity you have to compete for the 3v3s. And then, of course, you got to get your 3v3 team together to compete. No, it's not the single elimination 3v3 arena style. It will be 3v3s all in the ring. So with that being said, now that that's done, I will be introducing NA's commentators of the night. First, you have, of course, Bark. Hello.
Hi. Hooray.
And then we're going to be having, of course, on the other side, that guy that plays Berserker, Cause Nation guy.
Brainless.
Oh my god, guys. Kazan! Your General Kazan is back!
Of course, don't forget, you guys can, of course, check out the bracket if you do exclamation point bracket to see who's in the NA tournament hot tonight. We're going to actually be kicking it off very now, and I'm going to be leaving my commentators to do the work. We're going to be having Hoyen versus Soppleman first up on stream. So let me go do my part, and I'm going to mute.
Let's go. So we've actually got a first timer here, Soppleman, so that he was first time PvP stream. So welcome to the arena. And we have Hoyen as well. Excited.
No way. I wonder what they're gonna play. Why was that so funny? I want to know what they're playing.
No way. What are they gonna play?
Sorry for showing interest. Oh my god.
We've
No
got
way.
a Scythe Guard and Elementalist. Okay.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure we had a Scythe Guard almost win one of the tournaments recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see if the nerfs were enough to break the Scythe Guard against the Elementalist.
That's true. Scythe Guard did get a nerf. They got a nerf to their base attack, I'm pretty sure.
That's right. 50%. 50% reduction on their basic attack damage.
Well, I mean, we did see on one of the previous tournaments how they could basically juggle an entire character with basic attacks alone. Which, I mean, probably wasn't the best.
You're right.
Already instantly coming out strong, though. Holy cow.
No, never mind. Gets caught. Straight to protection with auto attacks though, so not bad.
Yeah, we're still going straight into the auto attack run, seems here. Actually, kind of surprising that they still don't need to pull out any skills, aside from the last one right there.
Tried getting through protection, but it didn't work out.
Mist Meteor. Unfortunate for Elementalist, given that's probably one of their hardest hitting moves that they have.
See, Soppleman's going for more of the catch and release playstyle. He's trying to get as much damage in from afar. I don't think it's working against Hoyen.
No, I agree. Hoyen is definitely closing the space a lot closer than most Scythe Guards actually would typically play, but I do think that's very smart against an Elementalist is closing space quick and fast, but there are those meteors.
Alright. Low HP, Hoyen. He's taking a lot of damage, as we know Elementalist does. All the way to death from teleport. I didn't expect that. Alright, there you go. Elementalist does a lot of damage.
I'm really proud of you. I heard you. I know what you were wanting to say. I heard you take a deep inhale. You weren't gonna say it. Let's see
You're
what
right.
happens next.
I no, stop it.
I knew you wanted to say it too.
Oh my god, you know I want
Uh,
to say it.
yeah, I do. I heard it. You were like gonna say it, and then you kind of like took the inhale. You're like, I'm not gonna do it. You actually had to resist the urge to say it, which is crazy.
I'm resisting. I'm resisting a lot right now. All right,
Oh,
Mark, you go ahead.
absolutely,
Go ahead. Tell me how. Tell me what's
absolutely.
going to happen next.
Well, you see here, I'm betting on Scythe Guard basic attacks with a couple skills in between. You know, every gameplay ever. I play it safe rather than sorry.
I want you to tell me. What do you think of rotation doing almost all the way to protection?
I'm so glad that we have a name for that move, but nobody's gonna understand.
It's getting rotated. I'm sure everybody understands what I mean by side guard rotating you.
I promise you, nobody understands.
I bet.
He's getting rotated right now, unfortunately. We're actually
Guys,
almost going to half. Holy cow.
Oh, the catch was insane to get him back.
No, I think Hoyan's got a read on this now, but that Elementalist damage, it's almost like it doesn't matter if you get comboed by a Scythe Guard. It's just a couple Elementalist moves and you're just hit instantly.
Kind of tough. Kind of tough for Sophomore. I'm resisting the urge to say something that I would have said. Great
Dude, we're
tornado.
so proud of you. I'm absolutely voting for the Elementalist here. Just because, as of right now, I feel like this is the underdog situation. Great basic attack juggle, though. That was actually very nice.
Oh man, he caught him with the sides, the side spin. That was actually he tried to read it. Sophomore was trying to read it. Went to the right with his first ability, which is like a little thunder dash. He didn't use any dodges afterwards though, which I think might have been it.
You know what
It
else
did
is
him
gonna
in.
be it?
It did him in.
We bet against each other. Who are you betting on? I know you're a Scythe Guard fan.
Me being a side guard fan. No, I'm an elementalist enjoyer.
I don't know. I remember last tournament, you were a Scythe Guard fan. I remember it being such a thing.
Whoa. Just check my roster, guys. Do I have a side guard? That's all you need to know.
Hey, just because you don't play doesn't mean you can't be a fan.
Fine, fine.
I am very much of a fan of how both of them are playing. It's very obvious that Sapoman is going to, and what I hope, is going to quickly change his playstyle here. Because Hoyan is more of a distance closer, which is surprising for a Scythe Guard, since most of them tend to kind of be on the offset there, kind of on the back lines. But it's actually very refreshing to see them be so upfront and close, because again, with an Elementalist, you really, really need to do that.
Yeah, Sapo Man is really struggling here because of the same things I said before. Catch and release playstyle. He's trying to get like one few ranged abilities in and then walk away to regenerate some energy. But Hoyan is doing a really good job catching him with little to no energy. And that's what's catching him off, I think.
Well, that's the part about Scythe Guard, right? Is that you have half arena catches. So when Sapo Man tries to fall back and save energy, well, you see, I pretty much nearly happened there. Hoyan closes the gap and uses the half arena close in.
That was insane damage. The teleport shields damage is actually insane.
No, absolutely. The teleport and the meteors are absolutely gonna chunk HP there. Oh, Kaz, do you want to introduce our coming back player here?
No way. Swift Live? Swift Live coming back to us? Oh my god. Also, there's
I-
Hadoken, the Bronze 3 magician, magister.
Yeah, I guess Hadoken's here. He's cool or whatever. You know, he's a guy. He's alright.
He is a man. That's right. I agree with
Yeah, no, I mean, I heard, don't know if this is true or anything, but like, Hadoken is like #1 cross server and like server, but like, who cares, right? I
you.
mean,
No, the only thing that matters is the drip. Does Hadoken have drip? Drip check Hadoken right now. We need the drip check from Bark. What is it? How does it look to you?
No, dude, he actually looks fabulous. I'm not gonna lie. But
He
you
looks
didn't hear
like
that from me. He's alright. No, he's still whatever.
he's got the receptionist fit. Nice work.
The receptionist fit is crazy. The glasses actually look so good, and you're actually just lying.
No, what do you think? Like a clean receptionist is always good. Just take a look at John Wick. Everybody loved the receptionist guy there.
No, dude, the receptionist fit is it. That's in. That's like fashion. It's not even recept. Why am I agreeing with you? It's not even a
Yeah,
receptionist.
you agreed. That's all we
No,
needed.
I wasn't saying that in like terms of like agreeing. I was saying that in like, God damn it.
I got you.
Good excuse.
It's so funny. The Swift Live entered the lobby. We need you. We need you to beat, not beat, have a good match against Hadoken.
No, I want you to be Hadoken. He's
I
number
want
one.
Hadoken to show why he's the humble bronze 3 player.
Yeah,
On the show, why.
the humble bronze 3 who just managed to wriggle his way to the top.
Hey, everybody did start bronze 3. Just saying.
Yeah, that's me right now.
Don't worry. We all start somewhere.
What the heck? Okay, whoa, hold on there. We all start somewhere. Okay, first of all, I've made it pretty high up on the power ranks there, the PvP power ranks. Okay, I wasn't on the leaderboard, but if I wanted to, I could have. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
That feeling you don't believe me.
I believe it. You could have been Marshall. You definitely could have been Marshall.
Okay, wait, okay. Isn't that 3v3s? First of all, I don't need a team of 2 to carry me to the top. I could have gone there all on my own.
I'm saying you are
Second
the
of all,
carry. Like you're so good, you carry the 2 other people to Marshall.
see, this is how I know you're bullshitting me right now.
What?
This is how I know you're lying. Because why would you specifically bring up 3v3s if you weren't lying?
Because I want hype for the 3v3 tournament.
Speaking of, yeah, I was just about to say, speaking of 3v3s, next tournament, whoever gets... I'm sorry, there's so many noises happening in my background right now. You know what, Kaz, I'll leave it up to you.
Alright.
You announce.
Oh wait, hold on, the Swift Live joined. A magician! A magician versus an elementalist. Hold on, drip check. Purple, got the
He
purple
reminds me of the Hamburglar.
He reminds me of Waluigi. Alright.
Oh my god, you're so right. Waluigi and Wario, that's actually fire. Okay, back to the PvP talk, guys. These are the important things. I actually like this matchup. It's actually been a really long time since we've seen Magister versus Magister like this. Watch me say that, and it's actually like last tournament we had the same matchup, but I swear it's been a while.
No, it's been a while, you're right.
I actually do like this matchup with the meteors and the plushies thrown all at once.
Just same different, you know?
Same song, different lyrics.
This is brutal, actually.
Hadoken
That's
is
actually well
chunking
done.
damage, but the Swift
Oh.
Live is... Oh, the clone! Wait, hold on! I saw that! That was actually amazing.
Hadoken breaking out of it, though, and dealing a lot of damage. Getting that guaranteed shield damage was insane. Although a panic tornado from the Swift Live. Unfortunate. He got caught with a meteor, though. Holy
That's
dude,
why
holy
it's so awful to be long range with Elementalist. I feel like that move is so much easier to close in and avoid if you're up front and personal with them.
That was really well played. Dash into his little lightning dash ability into the Thunder Shield and close it out with the tornado to catch him back in.
I do agree.
Well played. Well played, Humble Bronze 3 Elementalist.
Although I do believe that, alright, in here for me, the little tips and tricks is that Hadoken, amazing at spacing. It is actually one of his like very big strengths is his spacing. If Swift can close that quick enough without backing away when he has the meteors, like keep track of those meteors, I actually do think he has a really good chance of picking this back up. It's just Hadoken is just so great at conserving energy and backing away when necessary that it makes it really hard to close a distance.
Let's see it. Will the Humble Bronze 3 close out the match? Or will the Swift Live pull out a new deck of cards?
A new deck of cards.
Oh no,
Okay.
he got floored. I do like the dash clone technique. I haven't seen that from any other magician.
No, absolutely, I agree. It's very interesting, actually. We did see it earlier in the match. Actually, save him from Hadoken's floor fire, whatever it's called. I feel like I should remember these names here.
You're fine, you're fine. He's still struggling to get damage on him.
But see, that's where people are so... That's exactly what I was saying, where there's this strength with just being able to keep distance. You can see Hado here. He keeps half an arena distance at all time. He's going back. He's still, like, he's moving away. It's such a smart move to keep it there.
Fortunate.
Caught within the box, though.
Alright. We're seeing it. Oh, that was... Does he get caught? No, they both tornado. Oh
There was
no,
a clone?
yeah, that was insane. That was actually insane. Oh, well, he's bringing it back, but there's a lot of panic from the Swift Live we're seeing here. Especially that second awakening leaves you really wide open. We saw it
Yeah,
from
the
U-turn.
combo. That actually was a very crazy combo. The meteor into the guaranteed stun, and then straight catching him with the tornado to finish him off was actually a very smart play on Hadoken's behalf.
GG's. The Bronze 3 magician or Elementalist has won. And the Swift Live. He tried.
That was very, very good. I like what they did at the end there. I do think Swift Live definitely with a more aggressive play would have definitely finished that off, but I felt a little bit of the nervousness during the end. I mean, I would be nervous.
That was tough. I mean, I think Magician is really hard to play properly, but when played properly is possibly one of the most annoying classes to fight against. So yeah.
Oh man. Is it that time?
No way.
way. No way. Guys, this match is very, very special. It's not special at all. Could you invite me? I forgot what the code was.
Alright. Guys, we have a special match today.
Oh, guys, whoa! Who could have
Oh my
predicted
God.
this happening?
The humble Gold 1 Kazan versus the Gold 1 Bark.
Can you tell that I haven't touched PvP in a hot minute? I mean, no, guys, I actually PvP all the time. This is my Smurf account.
Nice.
And now for a little bit of a fun match. Not serious at all. Just some fun. Your commentators commentating their own match where the commentators will be fighting.
Guys, Bark versus Kazan. What's Bark going to do? I wonder if she's gonna go in crane stance and shoot cranes at me.
Oh,
What's going
guys,
to
see, I actually know how Kazan plays.
Guys, she threw old at me. Guys, she broke. No way. No. She walked right into it, guys.
This is actually
no.
crazy. I'm like locked in.
Gold one
How is one gonna commentate their own match? This is so baited against me.
Bark
I'm
is
so like,
brutally taking damage.
I'm so one-tracked right now. Okay, wait, guys. This was actually, as you can see, Bark's actually just planning for the best. I'm actually so locked in right now. This is insane.
Guys, Bark was so close.
No, guys.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you see what actually happened here is that Bark actually fumbled the first match just so she could give it to Kazan, because as you know, Bark actually is like top of the leaderboard, and she totally had her PvE skills on, and not her PvE skills.
That's true. Guys, the sun
But
was in your eyes.
but the
You
sun
can't
was in
blame
my
me.
eyes. So what actually is gonna happen here is that she's gonna make a comeback because she just needed to make Kazan feel good about himself, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously.
Because as you know, that the one that actually beat Tony last tournament, Tony totally didn't win last tournament. It was actually Bark that beat Tony. And that's what happened. I think we're all just like misremembering how it happened.
Guys,
This
again.
is actually so brutal. This is like public humiliation.
Don't
This is
take
like-
it that way.
I
You
feel
can
like
win. Just believe. Like, look, like
I feel like I'm being actually publicly humiliated.
you get the wave of respect.
Dude,
And
this is exactly what I was saying. This is like actually like
No, you got it. That's some damage. That's Annihilation Blade off of me. She did use her beam, which is questionable in my opinion, but it is what it is. She got me with the cranes and didn't follow up. That's unfortunate. Jousting, little jousting. We love jousting. The panic ultimate. No way. Oh my god. Bark is bringing it back, guys.
dude, I feel like I'm
Guys,
actually being
Bark is bringing it back.
guys. This is actually public humiliation at its finest.
What will happen? What will happen? What will Bark do next? Guys, she has red orbs around her. What could she do
Oh
with red
no,
orbs?
what's gonna happen?
Just take a ton of damage here. Alright, soul divide, soul divide. Unfortunately, she didn't get the protection strat over. Kazan going in, getting her with the dash into the.
I feel like I'm just
Nausea.
listening to a man play with like a bunch of toys.
I play with some toys. Oh my. Guys, red orbs, red orbs. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
No! Wait! Please! Are you so for real? I would.
No!
Oh my god! You did that on
Guys.
purpose. There's no way you fumbled that hard. That was actually like an
Oh.
embarrassing fumble for you. I'm not even gonna lie.
Gold 1 versus gold 1.
No, that was actually kind of embarrassing for you. Cause like, why did you let that happen?
Why did I let that happen?
Well,
Guys,
no, cause like you could have. Did you? Say, you're just letting this go on another match. You were like, guys, I swear, look at me, I'm fighting, and then you pull
Guys.
out last minute.
No, that's not what happened. That is not what happened.
See,
That's
the
just my first
smiling
attempt.
says otherwise, dude.
The smile.
But this is where I actually lock in, and I will never let that happen again.
Okay. Guys, what will Kazan do? Interesting matchup here. We have Bark the Commentator versus Kazan. Just a random guy who doesn't know anything about PvP. What will happen? Guys, she used
Damn.
all energy. Guys, she bursted. No way. Oh wait. She's playing really well. She used her armor against mine. Some cranes, some cranes. Love seeing the cranes. Oh no, not the panic ultimate.
Panic ultimate. Speak for yourself.
Alright. I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Watch this, watch this.
Whoa, you. No, it's all good, guys. It was all part of the plan. No, guys, I see. I'm like actually seeing
I'm seeing, I see something. I see
big
Bark
brain moves.
getting
This is actually
attacked.
crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh
It-
my god,
wrong.
it's so over.
Straight into
So
the protection.
actually, dude, I feel like I've done so much more than you, and I've gotten nothing out of this. This is why berserkers are brainless. It's so over. Where's
Guys,
Tony?
just no
I'm
speed,
fighting
just no
Tony
speed.
next.
What will I do? What will I do? I'm gonna jump. Oh no, I got caught. Oh no, I got sunned. Oh my god, this is painful. No way.
Oh please.
What will I do? What will I do? What will I do? She's throwing lions at me. I've never
Oh,
seen that
dude.
before.
Shut up! You're so lame.
What a
Guys,
insane
this is
zoning
why
strategy. Insane
Kazan
zoning
is
strategy.
actually lame.
Guys, there's a sword on top of her head. Does she see it? She didn't see the sword on top of her head, guys.
So what actually happened there is I let Kazan win. Because I couldn't let a berserker go down like that. I know how rough it is for berserkers out there in this field. It's really tough. It's a really tough career path to pick.
Again,
So
he's right. You can only eat so many crayons before everybody starts hating on you.
yeah.
Gold 1 versus gold 1. Insane.
Wow.
Equally skilled, obviously.
I hope everyone enjoyed the public humiliation that I had to go through. Honestly, genuine. Next up, on stream, we've got Griever versus Ava Max. The good old Griever.
I'm pretty
I
sure
only
we
remember
use
arguing.
Griver.
Yeah, I remember arguing about this.
And he did say, oh, no way. It's Griver. Alright, where are you guys at? Griver, Ava Max. Get into the lobby. I want to see you in here. Look at him! Look at
The
that!
Magiblade, alright.
Alright. While we're waiting, we'll see the bracket on stream.
Yes, absolutely. Take a look at the bracket, guys. It's a little bit rigged because obviously I didn't win, but you can always take a look. This is who is going to be playing, and then we have losers bracket. So what's going on in losers bracket is the people who failed at winners brackets and are fighting back for a spot to compete in the final, which is also super important.
You can see the entire bracket. See who you're fighting. See who won. See the scores. Take a look at it. Also, Ava Max. Get in here.
Now, while we are waiting, we also have a really exciting news. We also have exciting news that the 3v3 tournament is going to be decided whether or not it goes to NA or whether or not it goes to EU. That is going to be determined based off of the next tournament. Whichever one has more participants is the one that is going to have the 3v3 tournament. So if you were thinking about entering the tournament to benefit either NA or EU, now is the time to enter, because you would be benefiting your own community by allowing this opportunity to happen for them, because the prize pool for that is going to be $300. So it's $100 to each person, which is kind of a big deal. That being said, that any disqualifies during that tournament will essentially not count as being a player. So if we have EU with like 55 people and we have NA with 53 people, but 5 people in EU, or let's say opposite, NA has 55. If those 5 people disqualify, it'll only count for 50. So disqualifications do not count. So you want everyone active, everyone participating, so we know this is a reciprocated kind of community event we want going on, especially with such a big dollar amount going into it.
All right.
And oh, a Blade Maiden! I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
No, you're right. Blade Maiden. Will they do the most respectful tech ever known, ever seen in this game? We're about to find out. Oh my god, I said it again.
I actually do like the Blade Maiden tech, actually. The juggle the Blade Maiden can do between her and her puppet, I actually do like that. I think it's sick. I can't explain why I like it, but I really do. Maybe in a way it reminds me of wobbling.
Not the wobbling. Not the box. Into the laser. Now they're equal. Unless he gets an auto attack. Now he got the sword mark on him.
Sword mark is dangerous with the Magiblade.
Reaver did illusion flash out, which honestly it does a lot of damage, so might have not been the move, but still doing a
Seems like Griever has a gameplay, yeah. It's actually very interesting. He's pretty much separating the puppet from the master, which I'm actually not too sure if that's insanely important with Blade Maiden, but in this case it seems to be working in his favor.
That was well done. I don't know if you guys saw, but Griever kept the pressure up the entire time. He did not let Ava Max have any downtime. He just kept going. That's kind of Magic Blade's specialty. Bait out or get super armored through dodges, and then just completely blinding speed, catch up to them, and deal as much damage as possible.
Yeah, I actually I want to say that in terms of PvP, what am I trying to say? PvP characters that I actually genuinely do love to watch play, it would be these two characters, simply because they're both insanely fast characters comparatively to everybody else. All right. I was just told from the super secret spy voices that are in the background is that this is a Brazilian player that was allowed to play in the NA tournament. For those who might be worried about ping difference when it comes to this, just remember that the ping goes to the host. So, the host of the tournament here, which would be Meza, we're playing on essentially his server here.
That's right. So, lag would be, I think, in whoever's playing from Brazil.
That would be against their favor, whoever's playing in Brazil. Which is an interesting position to put themselves in as well. But, I mean, to be fair, we have had NA players who are from Brazil play on NA and get really a high ranking in the leaderboards. So there is tech to learning to play against the so-called ping that even I struggle with.
Insane catches. Also, still not giving him any space. The AFK tech to get him to engage, use burst, and attack him. Oh man, that was unfortunate. Well then, I have to do my own match, so I'm gonna leave Vark here to commentate real quick while I go finish that up real quick.
Alright guys, so whoever's playing against him, which is going to be... Oh yeah, I like this matchup. Sapo Man and Kazan are going to be the next, so that's going to be our Elementalist and a Berserker. Okay, my bad. My bad, that's not going to be on stream. But now we're going to Buttons and Crollo. Actually, I'm not sure if Buttons has ever played before on a stream. I could be completely misremembering the situation, but that is super awesome. Alright. Well, while we're waiting for those two... Oh my goodness! Never mind! We've got a Starbreaker, I do believe, and a Scythe Guard! Okay, wait, we've actually had dual Scythe Guards this time, which is very interesting, because normally in our previous tournaments, we've only ever had one Scythe Guard participate. So it's actually nice to see the diversity this time around. I'm actually really highly enjoying seeing the diversity of our players. Doing a quick gear check, because as a quick reminder, this tournament... Oh! This tournament is all blue gear. Are we sure we want to go... Are we sure we want to go gearless for this? I mean, if it's a strategy, who am I to stop them? But just keep in mind, all blue gear. You are allowed seals, talismans, and relics. Just all has to be blue. But you know what? It seems like this is the strategy he's gonna go with. All right, you know what? Hold on. It's a strat. I'm seeing a vision. I'm seeing a vision, but I'm interested to see how this is all gonna play out. Because I was on the Starbreaker having no gear, so it's actually kind of interesting. Because I wonder if they're confident enough in their super armored abilities to just be comfortable enough without gear. That damage difference is gonna be quite large between the two if they don't play it safe. But you know, to be fair, maybe they're just role-playing the outfit. Very interesting. So what I'm seeing right now is actually a very careful gameplay from a Starbreaker. I know Starbreakers tend to want to engage more or less into the auto attack, but it seems that, I believe this is Crollo. It seems like Crollo here wants to play more carefully and precautiously without the gear. That's an obvious. But as you can see here, the Scythe Guard's auto attacks are just going to be absolutely brutal against them without that. Overcapping them by an insane amount there. I think that's the issue that they're going to struggle with the most, is that auto attacks are hurt. But of course Starbreaker does have hard-hitting attacks like that grab and slam, which is going to chunk a large portion of Button's health there. But ultimately it did not seem to be enough, as they got floored with a skill there. Unfortunate. But round 1 is always just about learning about each other's playstyles and strategies. So it's very possible that Crollo here will completely turn this around and understand that they do gotta play a bit more carefully. I think that's gonna be the more important strat here. I think at the end of the day, this is gonna be less about playing as a Starbreaker and more about surviving as a Starbreaker. But you know, some people work really well under pressure, and who am I to stop them from doing that? As long as they have the weapon, the seals, the talismans, and the relics, it's gonna carry a majority of what they need. Although it is pretty brutal without armor like that. Closing the gap a lot quicker now, seems to actually be playing much more aggressively than they were last time, where they were playing very passively. But ultimately that left them with no energy, allowing Button here to punish, grab, and toss them. Oh my goodness. Missing some of their most important moves into the auto attack here, which again is doing a lot more damage than normal because they don't have that armor. Even with the Scythe Guard's nerf, that does hurt pretty bad. But then ultimately caught again in one last skill, which completely tanked away at their HP. 46k HP is a pretty brutal place to be, but you know what? I love it. I love the attempt. I love the carefulness. I thought it was fun. Absolutely, get that blue gear. And come back in, because I'm trying to see around too. I'm trying to see future PvP members make a return and make a comeback. I'm going to look at the bracket, and it seems next up we have got Griever. I'm gonna call it Griever first of all. I have Meza in my ear telling me otherwise. It's Griever and Rambe. Another Blade Maiden. Actually super surprising how many puppeteers we have in this tournament. Normally the turnout for puppeteers is not this large. But I am super excited. This is going to be for top 8 already. We're already getting straight into the business here. To get to top 8, but we're already getting straight into the business here. Griver's entered the lobby. And we're doing a quick gear check. Alright, sick. Moving on to the next round, Griever and Rambe. And now I know I probably mispronounced that. I think it's just going to be a continuous stream of me mispronouncing people's names. Where would the stream be without it though, truthfully? Now here's the Blade Maiden strat. Actually, Blade Maiden, I want to argue, is one of the few characters within PvP that actually does a lot better on the outer rims. I think most people want to kind of stay in the middle, because a lot of your skills are more focused and spaced accordingly to playing center. But Blade Maiden here actually has a strength playing on outer, which is surprising, and not many characters have that advantage. We have a little bit of jousting here. Rambe is trying to close the distance, and so is Gryver, playing a little bit more aggressively. But Magic Blade doesn't particularly do well on the outer ends, so getting caught there probably would not be the move to play here. As you can see, he's running back to the middle, getting that advantage, but gets caught in the box, which chunks his HP for quite a bit. And then going into the auto attacks here.
Guys, did I
And
just
this
see
is the
that?
juggle.
The tech.
You did.
And do the tech. No way.
Missed the juggle. Missed the Oh my god. See, now that you've come back, my brain is just like not even here anymore. Blade Maiden tech was missed. Caught in the ultimate though.
Don't worry, don't worry. We're about to see Gryver pull out all the stops using his arm. Am I actually? I can fix it.
Griever takes the first match actually. Very surprising, but I do think Rambe has a very, very good chance at closing this in. They actually played with the Magic Blade's disadvantage because, Kaz, I was just saying how Blade Maiden is one of the few characters that can do very well playing on the outside. And Magic Blades are one of the few characters that do, like, or not few, but one of the many characters that actually don't do well being on the outer side of the arena.
I actually agree with you. I don't think the insane range of all of Blade Maiden's abilities gives her the opportunity to just catch you from more than half the stage. But I haven't seen what Rambe plays like, so I'm about to find out. Great super armor from Griever there. Right. He uses burst just now. And his blade mark into illusion flash. There you go. That's insane damage from just those two abilities.
Oh, and you know what time it is? It's time for me to make my comeback. So it's your turn, Kaz.
Insane. Go ahead. My turn. You have me. You have to suffer with me for a while. She missed her engage, but got her with a puppet. Here's the auto attack juggle. I think she'll get really close to protection if she keeps up the auto attack juggle reset, but ended up just using the tech to get all of her energy back. I find it really hard to come back from the. Well, move speed, but tried to get some abilities in. Reaver played really well getting super armor out of a dodge and punishing Rambe, I should say. That sword mark annihilated her HP. That's unfortunate. Gets caught by, like I was saying, more than half range engages from Blade Maiden. Also, I don't think a lot of people say this, but I think Blade Maiden does a lot of damage too. Oh no, that was really well played by Rambe. Griever was trying to get the finish off with his 3 slashes, but ended up dying to the second ultimate. Second awakening, I should say. Tough. Alright. Speaking of this matchup, I don't actually have much experience with this. I know how Magic Blades work, but I barely see Blade Maidens out in PvP. Also, what would my gold one know? Isn't that right? Oh wait, she's not even here. Guys, I'm only gold 1. Don't mind the commentary. What I haven't seen is, if you didn't know, you can triple jump the box, which no one's done that yet. Straight for the engage with his blinding silhouette. Misses her ability there. I wonder what. Okay, never mind. Oh wait, that was insanely good super armor. Baited out the engage from Rambe, and he's trying to sword mark and come back in, potentially. Which is what Rambe knew. It's also very easy to dodge sword mark, I think. If you see, the moment you see the teleport from the Magic Blade and you dodge, you will get super armor. I don't think I've not had that happen for me so far. And that right there, to other aspiring Magic Blades, jumping a little bit and then using your blinding silhouette for some reason, I think is faster. Also catches people because they can't jump it because you're covering both vertical and horizontal. A really good sword mark into illusion flash, insane damage. That right there is a bread and butter combo, I think. Griever kept the pressure up and didn't let Rambe use a single ability. That was insane. Good job. Alright. Got it. Guys, we're shifting to top 8 now. And we have two people. Two people decently high up on the bracket. Tony and Buns. Tony the Tiger. Tony the Thug. Whatever you know him by. Tony the Berserker. Or just Tony. They're good. Get them in here. Get into the lobby, Buttons and Tony. Let's see. That's right. They're next. We need just Tony and Buns. Buns is here on a scythe card. And now there's Tony. Another legend. Legend versus Master. Running Berserk. And we'll see who wins. Speaking of this matchup, I think Berserker has the upper hand. I love armor abusing against scythe cards because if they don't damage me through the armor, it's kind of over for them. But we'll see. Will Tony be endlessly juggled by auto attacks? Also, Tony is known for the triple jump tech in PvP. I wonder if he'll pull that out here. First engagement. I think... Well, we're about to find out, actually. Buns is gonna go in. No, he actually waited. That was well done. And messed up. Didn't mess up. Actually damaged through the armor, like I said. And grabbed Tony. So, this is not looking like it's towards Tony's favor. Buns look experienced against Berserkers. Move speed buff going to Buns. Gets caught by the only engage that Berserkers have. That's pretty good. That's also a good technique for Berserkers. Keep them in air and then use the sword to try to drain their energy. But here's the auto attacks. Insanely fast engages. But will he get to protection? Might be rough actually. Not quite, but kept the auto attack juggle for as long as he could. Didn't have enough energy to walk away from Tony's re-engage, so that's unfortunate. Same thing, burning energy here, also doing as much damage as possible. Tony getting the move speed buff, that's 1-to-1 right there. Tony re-engaging. This is also to drain as much energy as possible. This is what I like to call the low energy playstyle. Just get an engage and then just not stopping until the person falls over like this. It's kind of hard to do with other classes, but I feel like Berserker, like those people who can engage really fast can do it. To those who are wondering, how do you counter this? Your dodge. Believe it or not, super armor and dodges. Especially those shift dodges. People don't see it as an ability, but if you use it like your dodges, thinking about it as an ability, I feel like people will play better. The moment you get that super armor, the punishes you can do are insane because literally nothing affects you. Not even other people's ultimates for a few seconds. Or awakenings, I should say. Not ultimates.
Tony!
You're back! Did you win?
Tony! Oh, yeah, guys. It's about my comeback. I
have to
can't...
leave now. Goodbye. Good luck.
Oh, it's my turn, dude. We are actually like switching off. Now, in case you didn't know, Tony, I do believe, won the last tournament. Tony's actually been in the top 3, if not winning, for all of our tournaments, which is very, very awesome to see another comeback character. We also would love to see somebody take down Tony the Tiger, Tony the Thug, Tony the insert nickname that he's been given for the past couple of weeks here. But he is definitely a force to be reckoned with because Tony is an aggressive player. A very aggressive player. He will go and go and go until there's pretty much nothing left, which is actually very dangerous for a lot of classes that play against here. As you can see, Scythe Guards kind of want to keep half arena distance from you, where Tony, obviously, as you can see, low energy or not, does not want that to happen. He's going to close the gap, and he's going to be the first one to close the gap. But Buttons here is actually handling that very, very well, keeping him at a distance, running away to get just enough energy to actually be able to juggle him with basic attacks. That nerf! Scythe Guards do not seem to care about that nerf. That nerf is not stopping them with their basic attacks. Button coming in with the close and straight back into basic attacking. Despite all their skills and despite having energy. Oh, we pulled out a skill there. That's nice. It seems they got the strat on Tony here. This is actually super surprising. The missed ultimate is brutal, but he did not get punished for it. But he did get caught after the fact. But there's still 10 seconds for Tony to beat this. But with the damage cap, I didn't think Tony was going to make it there. I think that's a lot of people, including myself, do not like those 10 seconds. Those 10 seconds are pretty much a matter of life or death for most people. At least for me. So good job to Buttons on that one. Phenomenal gameplay. It's just keeping up that same kind of energy here. The issue is that as much as Tony can be figured out, Tony can also figure things out. He's very much the type of player that is going to close distance. He's going to learn and adapt. If he needs to change playstyles, he will change playstyles. Doesn't make him any less aggressive though. As you can see, actually kind of held the distance more off, catching Buttons off guard, but Buttons' basic attack there can close the distance so quickly. They actually didn't even need to pull out any moves that first part there. Although Tony is allowing the energy to stay. And is going to be held back against the rails, but closing despite no energy. Very smart move. If you didn't know what happened there, is that the Scythe Guard for their basic attack actually has an attack that can reach a long distance. Tony actually stepped back for a moment, watched that attack happen, and then closed the gap, which makes a lot of sense because he went around it rather than charging through it. Ultimately, was still caught, but then uses his ultimate to break out. And is trying to keep distance here. Just enough distance to not get caught by that basic attack. Gets caught in an ultimate, though. Basic attack catches him again. Very brutal. Very brutal compared to the Berserker, who needs to be throwing out skills. So the Scythe Guard who can kind of rely on basic attacks here. Doesn't get caught with the 3 scythes, but we are in the distance. We are getting caught against the wall. This is actually very surprising, as I've never seen someone play so smart against Tony. This is actually, like, insane. This is actually tooth and nail here. Misses, catches in the ultimate. I thought that was a miss there. Is backing away to close in and finish Button off. That was actually insane. I'm actually feel like I'm watching 2 players who know exactly how to play against each other. Tony seems to be learning far more quicker than I'm giving him credit for here. But there's a reason he has one of his many nicknames, Tony the Tiger. Will always be my favorite, though. Going into the next round here, I'm actually very interested to see if Tony adapts to that playstyle much quicker and gives Buttons here a little bit of a hard time. Going into round 3, I believe now we're at. Against top 8. Misses the half close, but catches with them with the grab. Still playing middle, although Tony's playing outside, which is definitely not the place he wants to be as a berserker. Again, one of those classes that benefits more from being in the center more than being on the edge. Playing in the middle a little bit. The missed ultimate is a little bit brutal, especially getting caught after that. He's insane. I do think they got chipped by the ultimate at the end there. And is getting auto-attacked to the wall. Dodges through that. Very, very smart. But is actually auto-attacking to center to edge is what I'm going to assume is happening here. Yeah, here we go. Very smart catch. Tony is not looking too hot right now. It seems that Buttons is actually catching up here in terms of adapting to his playstyle, which is very, very important. We're nearly to the 10-second mark where Tony's gonna have to start pulling in some skills. Playing for center again. Tony closes through, nearly gets caught. Actually very smart there, but Tony is one move away here. There's the catch, and now we're down into the 10 seconds here. Tony has 10 seconds to make a move, but since we just started the beginning of the auto attack stream, it didn't seem like Tony was gonna make it through that, unfortunately. Well played between both of them, though. It's actually insane. And to think Kaz is missing out on some peak gameplay right now. Because if it was me, I would not be missing out on this gameplay. You see, I put up a good fight on my matches, but I was like, guys, I can't miss this gameplay. I totally didn't get absolutely cooked within the first 5 seconds. All intentional. Now we're going into the next round. I'm actually interested because, again, Tony is very fast at adapting. He's not one to be so easily caught off guard a second time. You can catch him off guard a first, not necessarily a second. Although, I'm gonna fact check myself here. It does not seem like for any server rankings, it does not seem like there are too many scythe guards up there compared to other classes. So I wonder how experienced Tony is in actually just playing against a scythe guard to begin with. I'd like to know if this is a class that he frequently plays against. Tony is getting back, juggled back to middle, but Buttons throws him off so he can get the stamina there. Buttons is very, very good at holding middle, but Scythe Guard just generally does have a mid advantage just because of how even their basic attacks have the most perfect range for that kind of attack system there, where it's just you benefit because you know the range of your attacks. All Tony needs to do is close off with one more combo here, and it might have just been the ultimate that closed it off. Absolutely insane. It was indeed the ultimate that closed it off, and I do believe, Kaz, you missed out.
No way.
On some insane gameplay, first of all.
Guys, you missed
Did
out on
you
my
win?
insane play. Did I win? I won.
Okay.
Once.
Okay, so he didn't win.
Wow. You asked that so judgmentally. Did you
Uh,
win?
well, I mean, if you were gonna miss out on that insane gameplay, you better have won.
Guys, I don't know if you saw, but me and Odin were just we're having a heart to heart, okay?
No, no
Berserker
one
versus
saw.
Berserker, you know what I mean?
No one saw. Not
That's
a
right.
single one. And you know what you missed? Let
What I
me
missed.
recap this for you real quick. Buttons and Tony. Scytheguard and Berserker. Two favorite classes. You know,
Buttons
some of
on
those
Tony. Oh my god.
buttons on Tony. Buttons played insanely well. I was just talking about the half arena strength of Scytheguard, that how they do so insanely good from half the arena because their basic attack. They have one of their basic attacks that just has an insane reach. And so Tony was actually, for the first time, I think for the past couple of times we've watched him play, was actually pushed to play outer. And Buttons was juggling with the basic attack, so I was wondering how often Tony played against Scytheguard. But next match, obviously, as I'm rambling here, is Sapoman versus Griever.
No way, not Griever and Sopple Man. Totally didn't kick me out of the tournament. Sopple Man.
Your biggest ops.
Don't worry,
I
I
could have
support
kicked you out of the
Get
tournament.
him. Get Griever. Legend
I
versus
just went
Legend.
easy on you.
Alright.
Which is also super exciting, by the way, that we actually have Legend now in NA. If there's any EU players watching, we actually did not have Legend players for the longest time in NA due to the ping discrepancy that we happen to have here. So actually, I think isn't this the first season ever where we had a Legend?
With some Legends? That's
Yeah.
right.
I think this is the first season. And
Oh,
it
man.
actually happened later.
Sword Mark into Illusion Flash. Classic. Half HP. Baits the Meteor. Gets him with his level 55 ability. Unfortunate though. Had to burst out of the tornado. That's unfortunate as well. Gets him with the auto attacks. Believe it or not, I think it's close. The auto attack catch with Magic Blade is also a really tough thing to deal with.
I do
Look at him
agree.
walk.
I've been
He was
caught
ready.
one of many times. I do believe there's a strat, if you know, Kaz, with the auto attack for the Magic Blade. I'm not misremembering my information.
There is. There's a strat. There's a strat to escape it too. I don't want to gatekeep that information actually. Until further testing.
Gatekeeping the information is crazy. I don't want to gatekeep the information. I think that we should share our calculations out loud.
Hey, I haven't. As you saw, I'm just a humble gold 1. I haven't PvP'd much.
Oh my god. Absolutely crazy. You know what my strat is for escaping Magic Blades?
What is it?
Not fighting them in the first place.
You know what? It's a fair strat.
Yeah.
Good to have.
I actually think it's a very good strat. I mean, it works.
Like, what is there to lose when there's no match to begin with?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I also just have, like, PTSD with Magic Blades.
No way. Not Berserkers? So sad.
And Berserkers. I think just the swordsman class in general. Actually, crazy. Both players are playing insanely aggressive right now. Whoa. Right off the rip.
Auto attack damage. No, he missed.
Ironically, these are the two characters that do best at a distance. And now they both need to close the distance on each other.
He's trying. I'm saying, like, the difference between a sad, lonely gold 1 Berserker and the top is how he uses his dodges. I think the dodges and, like, I'm using this ability to counter theirs is also, like, look at that. What do you do? Blinding Silhouette. to counter the meteor and into his ultimate. As soon as he saw the animation for meteor, he went in. Griever is actually experienced, it seems like, with his matchup.
No, I think you have made a point. There's a point to be made that in saying that the difference between kind of lower tier players and high tier players, as much as I don't like using that terminology, but is learning how to dodge and counter. It's actually like insane.
Like, you could be like me and just throw out your abilities and hope you catch. But
I'm pretty sure that was the first game. Am I wrong? The third? You're lying.
well, I'm confused. I thought that was the second game.
Alright guys, so as you can tell, we're very organized. We're very, it's not my job to keep track of this. I just yap about what they're talking. I just yap about what they're doing. I'm just a yapper, alright? I don't have to think. I'm just a yap.
It's alright. We get to see more fighting.
Wow, really? No way. More fighting?
Well, why were you so sarcastic?
I would no. I'm not being
I
sarcastic.
love
or
fighting.
anything.
You don't like people fighting? Like, look at this. He just threw an entire meteor at his face.
No, true. I like the meteor tornado into the sword mark. It was awesome.
Oh no, Griever's losing his hold on the situation here. That was a really good sword mark and a really good dodge through to get his super arm. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see an ability and you're like, oh, I actually can get an advantage if I play it like this. And using his abilities and his dodges to his advantage.
No, you're actually so right. That was the point I was about to make before I got distracted. Is that's the difference between kind of people who play in the lower tiers and the people who play in the higher tiers, is learning how to use your dodges and seeing your skills as more than just a way to DPS, but as a way to dodge and counter. I think that is the big set, like, that sets you apart from everyone else, is you learn how to use the skills for more than just doing damage.
I don't know if you guys saw, but that first meteor engage where Sappleman got to basically no HP, Griever used his leap right through it and immediately started auto attacking and used more abilities to take his HP to protection. And after that, easy closeout. Leap again into ultimate. What can Sappleman do except use his own ultimate? Not ultimate, awakening. My apologies.
I mean, awakening, ultimate, really, what's the difference?
Hey, I'm trying.
I
Someone
don't think
told me,
there's much difference.
what do you mean by ultimate? And I was like, oh, you're right, awakening. He's woke. They're all using the 3 different types of woke against each other.
Awakening, awakening.
Well then, next match. Let me double check. Odin versus Rambe. Not the Odin that just 2-1'd me. No, totally not.
Is that
Haha.
oh my gosh, my hero! I'm
You're a
right.
hero!
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh my god,
You-
knock Kaz out of the tournament. Thank you.
Thank you!
Oh
I'll
my
have you
God.
know. I'll have you know, Odin was a good player. I also fumbled the bag a lot. I was not practicing.
Anyways, here come the excuses. I swear, I just, guys,
Guys,
I swear.
the sun was in my eyes. Even though the blinds are closed in my room, the sun was in my eyes. You guys
The
gotta.
universe was off by a millimeter. I know, we get it. I've heard all of it. My parrot was talking. I needed to take my goldfish for a walk. Okay, dude, we get it. You lost. Okay?
I had to water my cat.
Anyways. You lost to a berserk. My bad. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to let that slip out.
You
My
are
bad.
very friendly today, Bark.
No, my bad, my bad.
I love how friendly we're being.
Yeah,
Odin,
no.
go get him, alright? I cherish my fellow Berserkers. We had a match, Berserker versus Berserker to Berserker. You know, like man to man. That was Berserker to Berserker. Well, you know what happened. It's all right. I hope Odin wins.
Yeah, I hope Odin wins because Odin beat you. But like Rambe and the Blade Maiden. Oh wait.
Oh my god. All right, just to be a contrarian, Rambe, go get him.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I'm interested in Odin here. Odin knocked Kaz off his high horse, and I'm happy about it.
On my high horse.
Actually, can I give a special sticker to anybody that beat Kaz in this tournament?
A
DM
special
me afterwards, guys.
sticker. Oh my god.
You're gonna get like a gold star from me.
You can't be serious. A humble gold 3 being beat by a diamond 3. That's like, that's classic.
The juggle! The juggle! Oh, I love that. That's right there is a piece. That hitbox is crazy, by the way. That hitbox being outside the back of the marionette. What?
Also, the protection being where it was. That was insane damage, actually.
It was actually impressive.
Odin going all in. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But he got the move speed buff. That's a win in my book. No, he got lasered. Okay. Engaged auto attack. Classic, classic. Into the Demacia. Love to see it.
Is that what that's called?
No. That's what I like to call it. Not the
Why do you call
box!
it
He got
that?
boxed! Actually, what am I saying? Get him, Rambe! Good box. Great catch.
Alright, so this is where Odin makes a comeback. The juggle. I don't know why I love this juggle so much. Very much reminds me of a lot of different fighting games. But I do think there's something to be said about that hitbox being outside the back of the marionette.
Hey man,
Very well played from both.
the juggle reminds me of how respectful people can be to each other. That's what it reminds me of. Good work.
Good job.
Rambe 1, Odin 0. Keep going. I know Berserkers can win, but also Rambe. Just to spite Bark. Get him!
So like I said, anybody that beat Kaz in tournament.
I'll let you know. I mean, you said it yourself. The universe was off by a millimeter.
Yeah, absolutely. The universe just off-centered itself. The sun is in my eyes.
I mean, that's the truth. I don't know what else to say. Both of them are being way more careful with each other, though.
Yeah, I see it. I see the carefulness. But again, Rambe knows that Blade Maidens have no problem playing on the outside.
That was crazy. Burst into laser, but he bursted too, I think. Missed the bot. I don't know what ability that is with the marionette, but sent the marionette to the left towards Odin. Still got caught though.
I do like this gameplay though. I do like Rambe's gameplay. Very, very refreshing. I think our first tournament was won by a Blade Maiden. We have seen it happen. Will we see it happen again? Caught in the sword.
Not the sword. That's right. Will Rambe be the Bladey? Oh, my bad, Baldy.
Baldy.
That is some tech that I haven't seen before. Box to send the marionette further, and then send the marionette to auto attack your opponent.
I love PvP with Blade Maiden because it really is about juggling like two things at once to a certain degree. I wouldn't say wholeheartedly, but you are really juggling and keeping track of two things at once. But it seems like this might be it for Rambe here for this round. There is the box. Hold on. If Rambe cannot get hit once, it's a game of don't get touched. This is very difficult against the Berserker. The juggle fell. Is he gonna close that distance? Yeah, there it is. But got caught in the ultimate. Hold on. Hold on a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second here. I might have spoke too soon. I might have been speaking with... Oh, okay. I definitely spoke too soon a second time.
That's what Odin did to me right there.
It's like your
The two
music.
waves, dash, and then using the engage while in air, which with lock on locks on really well to the target. I was able to get Rambe. Good work. Good work. But Rambe was putting up a really tough fight with keeping his distance, getting the ultimates in, doing the juggle. I wonder,
do
who do you have
agree.
your bets on?
Well. Well. Odin actually does pull out a little bit different Berserker gameplay than I've seen. Actually kind of uses moves a little bit differently than I've seen them happen before. But I can't help but respect Rambe's gameplay. Actually has amazing arena spacing and arena awareness, which is very important.
That's right. Even I don't know the full range of Blade Maiden yet, so... I mean, how could I? I'm only gold 1. I don't know that.
Misses the sword. I'm surprised that drag didn't reach far enough, but you can never be too careful with that sword. Its drag is absolutely deadly.
Guys, you wanna know some more gatekept tech?
Share it with us. Share it with the class.
Share it to the class.
I'm
Alright.
listening.
Sword drags further on floor than it does in air.
Bigger hitbox?
That's right. Just the
Interesting.
waves to drag you in. And you can angle it too if you hold it down.
I did not know this technique. AKA, I will never play against the Berserker again.
Alright.
I have like a tier list of classes I will not play against, and slowly it's just becoming every single class. To the point I'm not gonna PvP. Caught the ultimate though. That ultimate actually chunks.
Unfortunate, Odin didn't know that you can dodge out of the waves pretty easily though. It's more of an off catch. Since it does have more range, people get some dodges really weirdly too. You get super armor from the outer edge really, really easily.
Really?
That's right.
Interesting.
Well, that's
This
what I'm
is, like,
talking
super
about.
secret tech.
The marionette, sending the marionette out and then using an ability to change its position.
That dodge through the lasers there was actually so smart. I was actually worried for Odin there getting caught in that. I was getting caught by the basic attacks here, unfortunately.
First awakening. Fortunate. Getting juggled
5
here.
seconds.
Rambe is getting a lot of mileage. No, Odin, where's your warrior spirit? You should have ran in.
He did run in, duh.
Duh, run in more.
His
You had that-
warrior spirit just got completely, like, ignored there by Kazan. Some general you are, dude. Like,
Alright. Hold on. He need to run in. He had that slight chance he might
I
have
saw
gotten.
him using his 2 legs and booking it. He was running as fast as he could.
He needed that 14k HP somehow. He should have tried.
You know, though, you know what's a strat, or not a strat, but you know what I see kind of being forgotten about Blade Maiden here, with people playing against Blade Maiden, is that I feel like people get so hyper-focused on wanting to attack the player that they forget the puppet exists. And now I know the puppet isn't too much of an offset from the Blade Maiden. You can kind of predict where the puppet's going to be if you are focusing on the player. But there's moments where in the auto attack, they step slightly to the side, and it throws off the player just enough where they're focusing on the player and not the puppet. And the puppet manages to close that gap so much faster than they can react, which is the problem that I see being fumbled here a little bit. But in previous matches, I have seen it fumble just a little bit more, and it's always important to remember there are 2 things to watch at one time.
I actually agree with Mark. There was a lot of times where Odin is getting caught by Rambe's puppet placement. I didn't thinking he dodged the ability.
Yeah.
Both of them playing more carefully though.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying is that there's a Magic Blade and there's the Blade Maiden here, which are 2 insanely fast characters because the puppets' animations are so fast and unpredictable. The juggle here, though, right up against the wall.
Insane respect given by the Blade Maiden to juggle. Odin tried going in, but that's tough. He unfortunately couldn't get the angle. Tried going in with the leap and the armor breaker, but didn't work out. Harambe got the move speed buff. That's automatically +1 victory points. Odin tried burning his dodges for all engages, but that got him caught in Harambe's armor ability. That's unfortunate. That was tough. I think the play here would have been try to bait out an ability, dodge through it, and then engage. That way, one, if they're not open. No, wait, not like this. He engaged
no,
all the.
he forgot about the blast there.
Wait, he's evolving. Odin's evolving. He dodged the ability. It's not over yet. It's never over for a berserker. There you go. He learned.
Yes. See, that is what I was talking about. But that is a great example of what I was talking about. The box is a distraction. You see the box, you see the player, but you don't see how fast that puppet goes from point A to point B.
Do you see what Rambe's doing right now? That's the sit!
Is it the sit of disrespect?
No, the sit of absolute respect. He basically paid his respects to Odin. Fortunate.
So, what I see needs to happen here is that I need to see the sit of respect for everybody, all around, guys. It's all around the clock now.
We need the sit of respect as soon as possible, alright? Be respectful. That's right. Some good commentary. GG's. Both opponents respectful.
GG's. Who do we got coming up next?
Now.
Ooh. Do you want to announce it? No, I know.
You-
I insist. No, I insist. I insist. You
Insist?
announce it.
Alright, we have
Yeah,
the humblest Bronze 3 Magister Hadoken versus Keitako. Some guy.
No, Hadoken is some guy. Okay, first of all, Keitako better win this because Keitako absolutely destroyed me. I absolutely got floored. I felt kind of bad rolling up in there. I was like, I actually went in there with full confidence too, by the way. Like, I was like ready. I was like, yeah, guys, this is my comeback. I'm gonna floor all losers bracket. I go absolutely warlock, dude. Absolutely just floored and warlocked. I didn't
No,
have
not
time to react.
the Lord. Oh wait, Keitako on Warlock. That's interesting, actually. I have not seen him on his Warlock.
Oh, wait, no. Go, click on that again. Guys.
What happened? What happened?
That's
We have-
Keitako.
We have Bomber, aka Keitako, versus Hadoken.
It's actually Bomber 34234.
I'm sorry. Number 34234 versus Hadoken.
And every single time he does something, that's how he's gonna be addressed.
Alright. Alright.
The regret instant. 34234 is actually gonna kind of close in pretty good here. And actually, I can probably say this way better than you.
Stop
Whatever,
it.
dude.
Stop it. Okay. Oh no, not the floor. Insane range by the meteors. Looks like
Hadouken is actually going crazy here.
burst into shield to stop the damage. That you don't see that often.
Dude, that was insane. Absolutely
Bomber keeping it
insane.
safe. He's going in. And a quick disengage, but I feel like that leaves him at a disadvantage. He tried to catch. Didn't work out.
Hadouken's gonna close in. There's the meteors. There's a very quick close and punish with the teleport.
Unfortunate. And
Wow.
shield. I think this was the test.
Wow.
This was the testing round. Number 34,234 was only getting ready.
It's actually 34234, but whatever, dude.
Excuse me. That's the same thing.
It's really not the same thing. The way you pronounce it is different, okay? It's actually
Guys.
Canadian, so.
Tell me. 34,234 or 34234? Which should I call?
34234 just like rolls off the tongue. 3,430. It doesn't roll off the tongue! It doesn't roll off the tongue!
I think the 34,234 is easy to say.
34,234 is not easy to say. 34234 is easy to say. End of discussion. Into the next round.
Into the next round. Thundercores in a meteor, but gets floored.
Gets out of it pretty easily though with that teleport. Oh, that teleport chunks.
That was, if anyone saw that, a really good dodge by Bomber. He used an ability to dodge the tornado, and then went in with his own ability to deal damage. We had a little bit of a clash there, but Bomber got it with his black hole and auto attacks. Gets caught by the meteors. I feel like he needs to learn the range of them. Unfortunate. It's so easy for Elementalists to damage cap, actually.
Yeah, Hadouken actually is very much showing the true nature of Elementalist played at its full capacity. I feel like Elementalist is kind of a slept-on class here. I do feel like Elementalist is getting a little bit more recognition now. Now that we've kind of seen, like, oh my goodness. But I do feel like earlier, it's actually the roles are kind of switched. I feel like now Warlock is kind of looked a little bit less upon, and the Elementalist is like, oh wow. We get to see the true capabilities.
Hadouken's really patient there. He was just auto-attacking in air, trying to get his angle. Got the meteor into the teleport, but
No, it's the one move.
Stop
He's
it.
got to pull back. He's got to pull back. Bomber didn't close off. Honestly, he was one move away. That shield. The
oh
shield,
no,
but the crows.
the Hawk crows.
Okay, I need you to leave. I need you to leave. It's over for you, dude.
It's over. No.
It's so over.
Oh my god. What do you call that ability?
The crows?
There's a lot of crows. He's got the floor crows, the side crows, the up crows.
What's up, crow?
That's right. Up crows. What's up crows?
That was so dumb. There's no way that was laughed at. That's so dumb.
That was pretty good. To me, that's pretty
Yeah, to you. That's not a very good bar of what's good or
Well,
not.
how is that not a good bar? That was an amazing.
I feel like you laugh at like the stupid. You know what? You do
It's
laugh at the
actually
stupidest jokes.
It's
Here.
really hard to make me laugh. I'm not going to lie. It's actually really hard to make me laugh. But you just
What
have that type of.
Yeah, jokes. I'm like funny like that. What can I say?
You have the different mindset.
Dude, I'm built differently.
Bomber was
That's
going
a
for
combo
Yeah.
that Hadouken likes.
the meteor and the tornado. I agree.
Yes.
Bomber dropped
Surprised
it.
to disengage.
I'm surprised
yeah.
at that.
Yeah, I'm also surprised the disengage was also very interesting. But picked it back up, seems.
Auto attack reset with the snap. He did catch him with the auto attack. Oh no, straight into the. No, he's out.
He had his dodge.
Back into the auto attacks. This is actually insane.
It seems
Yep.
like Bomber has good pressure on Hadoken, and Bomber's trying to keep that pressure because Hadoken does really good with spacing, and I think he's learned that. Hadoken is such a good player that spacing is criminal with him.
Into the floor, into the... What are those birds called?
The crows?
Which ones? What ability do they use? What are the crows doing to Hadoken?
The floor. You could just call them the floor crows. If we have to be so specific, we could just say crow this, crow that, crow the other. They're all crows. Alright?
Not
Period.
the... There's the floor crows, but everybody knows.
No,
Everybody knows
nobody
about the
knows.
hawk crows.
You're so chopped. So chopped.
But what are they doing?
You know I'm like rubbing my eyebrows in like annoyance right now?
Oh yeah, what am I doing then?
What am I doing then? Being annoying?
I'm sorry guys. I'll go back to commentary.
Yeah, is that what it took?
A lot more engaging from Bomber. Great use of his snap and floor, but he's out of energy. Hadoken didn't put it. Oh no. Bomber learned. He armored through the meteor. Still took the teleport damage.
Dude, Bomber is keeping the pressure. At this point, Hadoken's throwing things out just to get out of Bomber's pressure. Bomber seems to understand that he can catch him with just auto attacks.
Oh, the shield. The shield. That did a lot of damage actually.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Hadoken's not gonna let that go unpunished.
Both of them. Oh, great dodge.
Ooh, that's a move that you don't want to lose Warlock there. Ooh, good
And
dodge, good
another-
dodge. But is staying close enough to punish? Question mark? Does not seem to carry through with the punish there.
He's trying. He's trying the auto attack tech. Great armor from Bomber.
Warlock's auto attack is insane.
Fortunate, he got meteored.
Literally one teleport is all he needs. One teleport. What are those
No,
called?
no. Those are the floor-birds, not the birds you're thinking of.
Wow. That was insanely good gameplay from both, actually.
Actually, we like seeing warlocks in PvP. I think they have to play much more differently than the other classes. Hadoken! Gone! Again,
Hadoken actually did insanely good there. During the end, that pressure though, of being closed in on, I think Bomber kind of felt that the need to close the distance was more important than precariously thinking about what he needed to do. Although we cannot say for sure.
Wins goes to Keitako. That was well played. Number 34,234.
Yes, number 34,234. Like I said,
I liked watching. You did. See, I told you it was easy. Alright, alright.
now, who are we getting into? Ooh. We're still on loser side. And we're going to Buttons versus Rambe. I'm actually pretty sure 2 puppeteers here.
No way. Not Buttons versus Rambe.
Yeah, exactly. 2 puppeteers. See, Mezza's in my ear telling me I'm wrong. He's like, actually. But Mezza... I'm being whispered to. Actually, it is 2 puppeteers, Mezza. Because the Blade Maiden and the puppeteer. Oh, shit. The Blade Maiden and the sidecar. I can't even, like, backtalk, dude, without fumbling it. And then I just look dumb. Oh, it's so over for me.
It's alright. Scytheguard versus Blade Maiden. It'll be fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who are we missing?
Obviously
Buttons.
we're missing Buttons.
We need you here.
What do you like more, Blade Maiden or Scythe Guard?
Me?
I,
No way.
why wonder who else I'd be talking right now?
I can't believe you asked me that question.
I mean, you can't believe.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I like. I like my sword. I like
Alright,
my
so
red
give it up to
colors.
Kaz for not being able to answer a simple question. You know what I was talking about? Brainless Berserker these past few tournaments? This is where it comes from.
Guys, once you're a berserker, like the only thing you like is being a berserker. You're a
So,
berserker,
can
enjoy
I
it.
can I talk to a berserker that doesn't eat crayons and huff glue? Is there do those live? Do those exist?
That's tough. It's a staple part of the berserker diet. Where do you think
I
he got the
wonder how
abs?
many berserker I wonder how many shit. I wonder how many
See?
crowns. No, I wonder shit. I wonder how many crowns Tony eats then. If that's the case, I feel like he's a smart berserker. I feel like he doesn't eat crowns. I feel like it's just you.
Did you see what he had on his back as a transmog?
Is it really? No, I don't pay attention to the unimportant things in life.
Your sword is the most important thing in life, right? What are you
It's
talking
actually Rambe has got that. Rambe likes the edge. Rambe likes the edge of the arena. It'll push enemies all the way to the edge. Come back to mid. Get that auto attack back up. Get the stamina back up. We'll then re-auto attack. And then go back into it.
Exactly as you said. Edge of the arena. Try getting engages off. Start auto attacking. Into my favorite, most
The
respectful
fact
ability.
the hitbox is behind them.
It did drop. I wonder what caused that actually. Keep the auto attacks up with Sight Guard.
You know, that's interesting move to push the Blade Maiden. And I know it can't be helped because the nature of the auto attacks is to push. But it's very interesting to see that against the Blade Maiden when Blade Maidens do so well at the edge of the arena.
Something I haven't seen before. I feel like Rambe is struggling to deal damage. Kind of. Good dodge on Button's part. But Rambe got the move speed bonus. Oh man, it's over. Never mind, I spoke too soon. He got plus respect for picking that up though. Didn't know. Auto attacks can only be juggled twice. Unless you reset it with an ability. This can be juggled up until they start flashing light. Oh, not the rotation.
Yeah,
Slow-mo
that's a hard move to
rotation.
react
Yeah.
to. You know, that actually might be probably the best move they could have thrown out in that moment. I mean, I know at the end of the day that would have been a good move to throw out, but I am thinking in terms of reactability. Is that move, you never see it coming. And just, you get hit with it. It is one of those brutal, hard-hitting moves that is very hard to react to compared to every other move in their skill set.
I agree. It's insane to dodge it. Either you like foresaw it from the future or you walked away from range and they just decide to use it even though you're out of range. Either way. Well, Buns,
I
go ahead, Bark. You go first.
think... Shit. Wow, look how cute their outfits are, guys. Actually... I like the beach outfits. I'm surprised I haven't seen more of them in the tournament.
They're focused on fighting, not outfits.
Truthfully, I feel like the outfit grind is a PvP grind, or PvE grind.
That's the end goal. Just to get some cosmetics.
Some drip.
You're right. Drip check. Who do you think's better? Buns or Rambe?
See, I want to say Rambe, because if there's green in there, it would definitely give me like Evangelion vibes, but I do like the neutral tones of buttons. But you know, that's just me speaking out loud here.
You don't like the Waluigi fit of Rambe? No way, it's the second time we've seen it.
Alright, that's crazy. Caught
What
in
do
the
you mean?
box, I actually, first of all, that hitbox was insane.
Oh, I agree, that was actually
I
nice.
feel like they're actually completely out of that box. I don't know how that grabbed them there.
Again, insane catch range by buttons. And into the auto attacks, resetting the auto attacks with abilities. That spear did a lot more damage than I expected. Also went through protection.
So what I'm actually kind of like, I wouldn't want to say hard focused on here, but kind of interested in when I'm seeing this matchup being played is how different the characters are actually being played, but in terms of, how do I put it? The fundamentals of the gameplay are very much different. Where Blade Maiden does good on the edge, Scytheguard does good in the middle, but ultimately the end goal is the same, is to push them all the way out. It actually kind of works in Button's favor, because they do want to push people to the wall, and Blade Maiden's just going to be there by nature. But the Blade Maiden pushing Buttons straight into the middle, Rambe pushing Buttons straight into the middle. It's like they're almost playing into each other's strengths here, instead of playing into each other's weaknesses.
I wonder. Since Buns needs to catch him to do the auto attack juggle anyway. I don't think he can help it. Except when he rotates. He just instantly rotates and Rambe can't do anything. Oh, look at that, the classic box and then catch him with the marionette afterwards. Rambe still has some energy left. I wonder if he's gonna finish it off to get protection out. He jumped instead. Which might have been his downfall.
There are a few characters who I do think their auto attacks are insane, and Scytheguard is one of them.
That's right, the dev team thought the same way.
Yeah, they did nerf her, didn't they?
Oh no.
But it seems
not
like
the-
even with the nerfs, the auto attacks in of themselves have such a long hold that I think in of themselves could be considered a juggle, to be fair.
Buns, I saw that. Respect for picking up the move speed buff. Even if you get baited, you just got plus respect.
Ooh.
Save his burst to get out of the juggle. That was really well
Yeah,
done.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you saw that, but that burst was very well done. That juggle for Blade Maiden's really dangerous to get caught in, and I would argue is one of the few moves you kind of do want to 100% dodge out of. Because if you're not dodging out of that, not only are you getting your HP chunked, but at the same time, they're getting their stamina all back.
That is insanely tough. Move speed buff, ran in, immediately did second awakening, and then ended it off with no attacks. Good job, Buns. But also well played, Rambe. I think you tried. You're doing pretty good.
I do agree, I do agree.
You're panicking. Don't worry, I panicked too. The sun
Yeah,
is in-
yeah, don't listen to Kazan about panicking, first of
God,
all.
I was panicking. You don't understand. Alright. GG's.
I
GG's.
do like that matchup though. As non-commentational as I was during that, I was just more focused on learning about how these two classes play against each other, because it's not something I actually get to particularly see a lot. It's just the juggling between the two, the back and forth. It's very interesting. I feel like I'm watching the same song with just different lyrics. It was very kind of eye-opening, I guess is the right word to use. It sounds a lot more dramatic than it needs to be. But next match, we're getting into Sapo and K-Taco, aka 34234.
Excuse me? 34,234 versus
34234.
Supplement? Guys, the lobby's in between both of you guys, so you should not feel bad about lag.
Yeah, you know what that translates to is Meza going, I gave them perfect ping. I'm the best. Oh my gosh.
You know what? Deja vu. I think I've seen this before.
Seen what before?
Elementals versus World.
Wow. Really? You've seen this before?
Just now. With the floor.
No.
My favorite ability. You know what my favorite ability is?
Leaning back in your chair?
Not that. From the Warlock. Did you hear that? No way you guys were hearing that.
It was just we could hear the distance, don't you worry.
Oh my god.
Actually, you know what Sapo Man does have the advantage of here, though? Is if Sapo Man had actually seen the previous matchup between Hadoken, actually is going to already know how 3-4-2-3-4 is going to be playing this.
Bomber let him get the move speed buff. Is he actually winning this match? No, he floored him. He put him into the circle.
Double circled.
Insane.
Which is actually insanely close.
Great.
Ooh!
Annihilated Sop.
Oh, that was brutal.
That was close. That was really close. I mean, Bomber did just kick out another legend Elementalist, so this might be tough for.
But that's the thing is, as I think Sapo probably might have hopefully saw the previous match against Hadoken and is going to like look at that and be like, whoa, I know how they're gonna play this mostly auto attack.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not mostly birds that do a certain activity against their opponent?
You're so immature. Yeah, see the chuckle, dude? Like, it's crazy.
Not the chuckle. I didn't chuckle. I'm just enjoying this match. Makes me happy. Don't you have a smile on your face watching two top tier players fight each other? Oh no, floor into armor, but he still took a ton of damage. More armor from Bomber. He's actually playing really well. He actually got Softman to use all of his energy into the auto attack chain. But Softman got out of it. 2 dodges.
Yeah, Sapo's playing with low energy here, but Bomber's actually kind of playing with... Oh. Wow. Wow, I didn't realize how much energy the Warlock's moves used. Wow. Gotta do like a double take there.
That was a really good tornado to dodge the damage from the shield. Into the auto attack jail. How does it feel, Supplement? Great dodge. Into the floor. And it's over, I think. 34,234. Did well.
That was very good. That was very well played.
But Sabo can still bring it back. Can you bring it back? It's only been 2 matches. $34,234 has shown he can beat Warlocks. He actually excels against Warlocks, which I found interesting. I thought Warlocks would struggle more, especially against Elementalist, which I think a lot of people are coming to realize is a meta pick.
You know what's so crazy is earlier on, Elementalist was probably one of the most underrated characters. Like, it feels like the tables have completely turned. I remember seeing Warlocks absolutely everywhere, and there was like maybe like 2 Elementalists in existence, and then the tables flipped, and now Warlock is kind of considered on the lower end of the tier for PvP, which is surprising.
Are you sure? I thought it was the opposite. Well, not even the opposite. Warlocks were just never there. Now people are playing it after learning some tech. I feel like 34,234 is really showing us that.
No, I do still think, well, I could be wrong. I could be eating my words right now. At least I don't see a lot of Warlocks. I've only been seeing Elementalists rise to the top. But for very good reasons. Although I do believe that both classes are very thought through in terms of how you want to go about doing damage, how you want to conserve energy. I do feel like they are some of the more difficult classes to play, both Elementalists and Warlocks.
It's time. It's time for Soppleman's comeback. He was doing a lot of damage to Bomber's armor.
I do agree.
Taking advantage of how much damage Elementals can put.
Even with armor, Elementalist does so much damage to make up for the kind of neglect the armor would cost.
That's right. Both of them, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. 34,234 rocking HP relics, and Soppleman rocking skill damage, which is interesting. I wonder.
Well, I wonder, yeah, no, you first. You first!
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak up. But anyways, I was wondering why more elementals don't go the element enhancement relics, because I feel like that was more damage, and you're probably literally the only class that could benefit from all of it, except on two, maybe three abilities. But I'm not sure. I just might. Just guessing. Oh no, wait.
No,
I think
I agree.
skill damage works on auto attacks. Does it? That might be it. Oh, enhances auto attacks. Yeah, I don't know. I have to test it. Some more testing to be thought out about.
What I see here, though, is that Soppleman's the one with skill damage. That actually, as much as I want to say that Elementalist is already a low HP character, well, I would say they're squishier. I wouldn't say low HP, but Elementalist definitely is like spacing, distance, hard hitting, can get hit very hard. That also being said, I feel like that they would have more of an advantage to focusing on skill damage rather than HP, which might be an unpopular opinion. But I feel like, alright, I'm already squishy. Do I want to make myself mildly less squishy? Or do I just want to full send it and go hard hitting? Unfortunate for Soppleman here, though.
Yeah, 34,234 did a lot of damage to him, and was using his dodge. That's what I was talking about, by the way. He was using his abilities and his dodges. Like, he saw the tornado coming up, and he's like, ah, wait, this is actually really easy for me to just dodge and then walk towards Soppleman. That's literally what happened.
Alright. You can announce the kiddos.
I will. Guys, 5-minute break, and then winners finals. I hope to see you there.
Yay!
So just chill for 5 minutes.
All right, so we just got released from the wild. We're back in it, ready to win it. I shouldn't have smiled at that. I smiled at my own rhyme.
I was smiling too, don't worry.
It was pretty good. And now we're getting into the big matches. I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it?
Oh yeah. Who are we seeing first?
Tony versus Griever. Both swordsmans.
Just Tony versus Griever. That's right.
So I'm right. It's Griever.
Wait, oh man, I messed up.
Yeah, that's what I heard. All I heard is me because you
Ah.
said it the same way.
Damn it. Don't worry, Griever here will redeem me. He'll tell us the right way to say it. Again.
Griever's gonna tell you you're wrong and that I'm right. As all
You
should
see,
be.
you said Griever just now.
Did I actually?
You
No, I
did.
didn't. You're gaslighting
Yes, you
me.
did.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm not
I'm
gaslighting
being
you.
gaslit. Anyways, I will not let you gaslight me like this.
I didn't gaslight. You said it. I'm not joking.
Whatever,
Alright.
dude. Whatever.
Griever versus Just Tony. What's Tony backwards anyway?
I'm like in my head trying to pronounce this right now.
Not why
You're
not? You're not.
Why not? You're not? Why not?
Going in for the air.
Both swordsman classes here. I actually don't know which swordsman class I like more.
I obviously know which one I like more.
Okay, whatever, dude. Oh, whatever. I actually just like the diversity of the swordsman classes because in essence they have kind of the same nature. I feel like certain classes sync up a lot more in terms of commonalities, but I do feel like these two swordsman classes are very distinct from each other, which sets them apart from a lot of the other classes we see going into PvPs here.
They might be
But I also
different.
feel like,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
no,
go ahead.
no, no. I'm listening.
My bad, my bad. But Tony is getting beat up here, but takes auto attacks from Greep. But what I was saying before was, I think they have the same playstyle, but you can be more bait engaged with Magic Blade than Berserker because of how cooldowns line up. And
I
then
agree. I
attacks.
also feel like though Magic Blade's so much of, or my bad. I feel like Berserker is so much more of an aggressive, engaging class.
You're right, because if you let go, I think it's really hard to get back to Berserker. You only have you have a lot of cooldown to deal with. And Tony, that was a really close match, actually. I should have paid attention more. But at the end there, it was great bait from Griever. Sorry, Griever, using his ultimate, or baiting out the ultimate from Tony. And then at the end there, Tony did the same thing with the second awakening, I should say, instead of second awakening from Griever. And it ended up, who could get the first jump on the other? Ended up Tony got the first against Griever. Unfortunate.
I do feel like Magic Blade against specifically Tony is a very difficult matchup to have, just because for a long time we did have top tier Magic Blades here. So I feel like matchup is cross server, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Yes, matchup is cross server. So Tony would have actually been playing against some top tier Magic Blades repetitively. So I feel like this is one of those situations where Tony, the difference between class knowledge, is that you play against the class so much that there's very little that you can be handed that you don't already expect.
Right there was also an insane trade right there. Right before Tony got his big trade off on Griever, he did 2 backwards dodges. He stood in place and you dodged twice, and that brought him backwards, and then went back in for Griever. I think that caught him off guard. That's why he's at such a disadvantage. But at the start there, Gryver was doing really well. I like how his character just fell on the floor. Did you see that?
I did like that too. It was so good.
Ultimate to end the game. Unfortunate. But when you're that low HP, I think that's all it takes. Grav had a good start. He jumped and used his blinding silhouette to get Tony off guard, and Tony just took the damage. And I didn't catch where he uses his burst. I didn't catch when Tony uses burst. Did you catch that, Mark?
I did not. I did not.
Unfortunate. Let's try. But good match. I think he might have used it before he did his 2 backwards dodges. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't believe I
I
said
actually
that.
wonder if Tony's gonna come back again for the champion, because that would have been if Tony wins this tournament, it'll be 2 in a row for Tony. I'm very interested to see, because I think Griever here has a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of class knowledge, not even in terms of skill. Griever has the skill to take it, but will the issue be you keep playing again? I've said this before and I will say it again. You play against the same characters so often, there's very little you can do. But if Griever has that same type of knowledge to surprise Tony with, I think easily could come back and just absolutely take the crown from Tony and have a chance at winning the tournament.
Same tech from Griever that Tony just did. He stood in place, dodged backwards 3 times, caught Tony off guard, and then caught him with his abilities.
Very smart. They both have the
think it
same
only-
idea there too.
In fact, do you know that's the same move but different variation?
I would assume so with the charge up. I can feel it with the whole charge up here.
This is actually interesting to watch. That's pretty funny engagement right there. But auto attacks to catch Tony, and I think this might actually go to Griever.
Ooh, the sword mark.
That was a really good illusion flash to counter the
Ooh.
leap, and Tony just said
Tony
goodbye.
has accepted
Goodbye,
his
world.
10 seconds.
By the way, what's on Tony's back? Do you see that? What's he wearing? What's he using right now?
A shirt.
No. The sword. What color is his sword, and what is it?
A shirt.
What color is his sword?
Oh no, it's like sword colored.
Sword color. Oh my.
Yeah.
You were asking. You told me that Tony did not have a blue crayon. But I bet he did.
Oh my goodness, Tony is not a brainless berserker that just goes to you know, crowns. Not all berserkers eat crowns.
Look at him. He's wearing it on his back. That's what he's using to hit people with.
Might be brainless berserker, but you know what? Tony the Tiger can be the special exception to the rule.
Might be Tony 2 times. Or 2 times Tony if he wins this.
Tony two-timer?
Tony 2-timer.
Oh god. The amount of nicknames this man has accumulated is crazy.
It's too easy.
It is too easy. I feel like with a name with Tony, it's just an open invitation for just some of the best nicknames to mankind.
I feel
Very
like
interesting.
Tony's adapted to the Griever engage. The very first engage that happened was Griever jumped blinding silhouette, but then double burst, and then Tony used his waves to catch Griever off guard. And it was downhill from there because those waves do so much damage.
No, I can see it. I can see it. That's like Tony, though. You know, Tony's just such a good adapter. And again, it's an he adapts to a class that I'm sure he plays a lot too. So we're seeing that in real time. Real time, yet again, a second time. But I do think Griever is playing insanely well. Had played insanely well.
I think
It was
He's got a
very
chance.
great. He's got a chance. It's over. Kaz, it's over. I'm sorry to break it to you.
it's over. I'm going to cry.
Griever
way.
and Tony is just their match is over. But you know whose match hasn't started?
Whose is it?
K-Taco versus Buttons, which is going to be a Warlock versus
Whoa,
a
wait.
Safeguard.
What are the numbers? Can you tell me before they get in?
The numbers?
That's right. The Warlock. What do we call him?
Oh, it's not on. Okay, 3,000. Oh, 34234. That's it. I'm locking in. Final answer. That was the series of numbers. 34234.
34,234 or 324?
Okay, I don't know what the hell you just said to me, but it's 34234.
Okay. Get in here, K-Taco. Get in here, Buttons.
I'm gonna be proven. I'm gonna be proven. It's gonna be 34234.
34234.
I said it! I said it! That's exactly what I said! 34234. See, and if I said 34,234, I wouldn't have remembered that. But 34234 is just so much, like, it's just so memorable. It just
remember
rolls off the tongue.
I remember 34,234.
Well, you didn't say it out loud, so how was I supposed to know that? For all I know, you could have just been copying.
What was the first one that I said? I said 34,234.
And then
And
you
then
second guessed yourself.
And then to trip you up, I said 34,243.
Yeah, okay, buddy. You can just admit you forgot, or whatever, dude.
Fine. Getting caught. Oh no, he bursted and used his grab. Both of them
Very
used
interested.
their grab. That's unfortunate. Bun's using the new tech he found out, just jumping auto attacking as much as he could. But gets caught in the ball. Ball of suffering. Warlock can claw you for free in the ball of suffering. Don't get caught by it. Hard thing to do.
I feel like, though, what I'm gonna be seeing here is the auto attack of the sentry from both of them.
That's right. I wonder if 34,234 went auto attack relics. Or if either of them did. I didn't even bother to check. What secret tech do they have? That was a good tornado, by the way. How did he get up off of that and immediately auto? That's crazy. Buns has insane secret tech that I don't know about. Still getting caught by the auto attacks. And snapped close to death. That was a really good dodge and re-engage.
That was awesome, actually. 73,000. Holy.
Well, if that's the case, Buns might be earning HP relics. That's exactly what they're running. Bomber is running HP relics. They're both HP relics.
Interesting.
That's what I wanted to say. Thought they'd run more damage oriented, but that's just me. I don't know what you'd run on
Well,
Warlock, actually. You're right though.
well,
would
I
you
do feel like HP. Now, I don't know if this was a strat, but I feel like survivability, just depending on the length of your auto attack chain, because it seems that both classes have a decently long auto attack chain if they can hold it. It's like survivability to get to that chain is more important, because with the chain you're at least guaranteed damage of a certain amount. And they already, even with the 50% reduction, still hits really hard.
I can't believe they had a hitbox behind it. Caught buttons in it. He tried doing jump and auto attacks, but couldn't quite catch it. I think a lot of high players are testing that right now. There's a lot of people jumping up to try to continue their autos. Both of them using their first awakening there to tank it, but tornado just... That was unfortunate. That's another thing. Some of these classes, especially Warlock, has a lot of cooldowns. And getting auto attacks in as your main damage source is really, really good, actually. Because now
No,
you
it
have
is.
Go ahead.
Well, if you look at both sides right now, if you're looking at both left and right of your screen, you can see that neither one of them have really used very many of the skills.
Just auto attacks.
It's a good way to gauge how often a class can auto attack, because at least for me as a Cloud Strider, I'm definitely not auto. but you can see here is that they use 1 or 2 of their reliable skills. They'll auto attack until that skill resets, and then they'll go back in.
That's actually a really good strategy to use. That's what I try to use. But don't follow stuff from me. I'm only gold 1. Humble gold 1.
The humble gold one.
That's right. But another win to Bomber.
You mean
Oh.
34234?
My bad. 34,234.
That's right.
What
Address
would I
him
call?
properly.
You're right. If I'm gonna address him as 34,234, we have number 2.
No.
I wonder how number 2 will do against 34,234.
Absolutely brutal nicknames to have. At least we gave Tony unique nicknames.
What, you don't want to be referred to as a number? Get him, number 2. You got it.
Get him, number 2.
That was unfortunate. 2 is looking to engage as much as possible. 34,234 is really leveraging his armor and his abilities. Catching with the auto attacks and into the spitting birds.
Crows. Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Did a lot of damage to number 2.
K-Taco, though, seems to be conserving their energy very well. Actually getting buttons to use a lot of their energy, but even with Scytheguard's auto attacks, I don't know how important it would be to conserve an insane amount of energy.
That was actually really good from...
That was actually very smart. Did you see use a tornado to drag them into the... That was actually super smart.
trying to get some damage in there. But he's playing off of number 2's aggression really well. I think it's up. He's gonna just slap him with wings. No, he just watched him in the ball. Diabolical.
Diabolical.
He was aura farming. That's all he did.
I thought that was a hilarious joke, but, you know, Kaz just doesn't appreciate it.
What? Did I miss something? I might be really stupid.
You
What
know,
joke
because he
did
caught him in the ball.
Diabolical!
Di-
Oh! I'm actually slow. I am sorry. I can only know so much as gold 1.
Yeah, and a crown-eating berserker.
Excuse me, I don't eat crowns.
Hey, dude, wombo combo. Actually crazy.
Unfortunate. I huff glue. I hope you know that.
Ooh, losers final. We've got K-Taco 34234, 34,234 versus Griver, aka Griever, aka Gravier, aka however many other ways we mispronounced it.
Don't make me call him Greg.
I just feel like we're slowly like deteriorating like at this point.
No, we're evolving. We're going forwards in time, not backwards. Don't worry.
Yeah, because I'm sure Griever would be so happy to know that halfway through the tournament he just started getting called Greg.
Greg, it's like a good name, you know? Like, what's up, Greg? Greg's going in with the blinding silhouette, gets caught by the suck.
No
He's
way.
trying-
That's what Greg did.
That's what Greg did.
No way.
Good
I'm
old
sorry.
Greg.
I'm so sorry, Griever. It's too far. It's too far gone now. There's no way we can't continue.
That was.
Can we like upgrade his name to like Gregor?
Gregor. That is a very unique name.
McGregor?
McGregor. I was thinking about
I'm pretty
something
sure
else, but
that's
we'll
the
call him
name of some
McGregor.
famous. I'm pretty sure that's the name of some famous sports guy, McGregor.
It is.
Yeah, I like
Who
that.
else? American football. No way. You follow it. No, I'm kidding. Wrong thing. More like wrestling.
Dude, You missed it, first of all. That was insane. The actual back and forth trade between attacks. Wait, am I seeing that correctly? Does the Warlock actually have a slowdown?
He does. When he goes into his second awakening, he slows people down. Use fall slower. Also,
Oh, wow.
new tech. Also, he's gonna get snapped to death. No, he caught him before that could happen. Greg is trying. Get him, Greg. That is insane.
That
Unrelenting.
was I went silent there for a second. I hope y'all know, because I was at like the edge of my seat. Like literally 1 HP. Held on to that. Could not let him snap. Dude, it would have been so over if he let him snap. That was insane.
34,234, I think, tried getting a little bit of, like, any sort of damage. But Greg went in, full force, blinding silhouette, then straight into, and engage into his ult. Am I saying? His awakening. First
That was
awakening.
absolutely insane. That was very well played. Holy, I don't know how. I would have fumbled that so hard. I would have been so nervous.
Well, 34,234, bring it back.
Also, you know, I'm not saying I glanced over at chat for a moment, but I think I found the best nickname by far.
And what's that?
Maggie McGregor.
Not Maggie McGregor. Oh my god.
I like that. It was good. This is so even. Like, it's such a back and forth. I'm like, I want to keep up with my commentation, but the back and forth is so insane between the two. It's nearly impossible to keep up.
Oh
That was
no.
very smart.
Bomber thought
Explain what happened, Kaz.
he was going to immediately get engaged on, but Greg threw a sword mark on him and then used it afterwards, so his dodge didn't matter. Unfortunately, he got caught by the spitting birds and took a lot of damage from there. Unfortunately, jumping, blinding silhouette. Happening, by the way, blinding silhouette. When you jump and use it, it's so fast. If you didn't notice, Bomber got sword marked and then illusion flashed. But, like I said before, if you see the Magic Blade dodge
Wow.
immediately after. Unfortunately, Greg dodged everything and used his blades to kill him. Not blades, slashes. Same thing.
Wow, that was actually really well played. I actually feel like Griever here, or Greg here, is adapting, learning, and I wish I had more to say other than the fact that I'm actually kind of floored here. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's such a back and forth from auto attacks. It's actually kind of forcing Bomber out of a position that he got comfortable in for a majority of the tournament. It seemed like Bomber grew very comfortable with being able to rely on the auto, but the just sheer speed of the Magic Blade doesn't leave much room for that.
Alright. Is this the one for all the beans? Are they both 2 and 2 right now?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Never mind.
Hold on, let me talk to our secret spies. Meza, what are they at right now? At 2-0, Griever.
My bad. Watch this insane comeback from Bomber. My bad, 34,234. Flooring into... Snapping him, keeping his distance. Unfortunately, that ability is really annoying to react to from the Magic Blade. Hitako, my bad, 34,234, using all of his energy. He still had a sliver left, but Greg engaged immediately. Bursted into sword mark, but he knows what he's dealing with and dodged out of the sword mark. Unfortunately, he gets caught because his spitting birds didn't into the auto attack chain. I wonder how long he's gonna be kept into this.
I do not feel like the auto attack, oh my god. I do not feel like the auto attack for Magic Blade can be held as long as the auto attack for blocked. but maybe I'm just not calculating it properly.
There's some hidden tech. Some.
Going through his move is kind of crazy.
You just want to deal as much damage. That's what I was talking about. Caught him with the auto attack. And
Wow.
Greg won.
Greg ended that very swiftly.
I think his matchup.
I'm saying that a bit too casually. I think people are gonna start thinking that's his name, and he's gonna come back and be like, "Now everyone calls me Greg."
It's fine.
Maggie McGregor.
Maggie McGregor. He's got it. He can own up
Dude,
to it.
he's locked in.
You know what? Good work.
No, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Good work. It's actually really interesting. Because I do feel like Bomber got comfortable with auto attacks. And again, Magiblade's sheer speed just stops it before it happens.
That was unfortunate.
But you know what
But-
time it is.
No way. What time is it?
Just take a wild guess.
Aside from the time to get my watch, what time is it?
I do believe it is time for the grand final.
No way. Tony versus Greg?
Tony versus Greg. Tony the Tiger versus Greg.
Will Greg be faster than Tony? Or will
Although,
Tony...
ironically, Tony sent Greg in the loser's bracket. So, this is his chance at redemption.
Redemption. Does Greg need a break, though? Greg, are you okay with going back to back?
Back to back to back. Although I am seeing of a situation. So, while we're waiting for this to happen, this is the NA bi-weekly tournament. Believe it or not, we host this for NA and EU. It is... Honestly, it's just a day where we host a bunch of PvP tournaments. We all come together. We fun. So whether or not you're watching from the EU side, whether or not you're watching from the NA side, there is a tournament for you. Some exciting things are, next tournament is going to determine whether or not NA or EU gets the chance to go against each other in a 3v3. And what that's going to look like is that the most amount of participants, qualifications do not count, is going to get the chance to host and have the first Nightfall 3v3 tournament for $300. That is $100 to each member of. So, love that. That's exciting, which means that if you have ever thought about participating, if you've ever wanted to participate in one of these tournaments, whether or not it is NA side, EU side, now is the chance to participate, because if others in those scenes really want to see this 3v3, it'll help them a lot. It's a chance to just have fun. I mean, listen, I was in this tournament and I got absolutely floored. But did I have fun? Yes, absolutely. But this is the chance to get your friends to enter. This is the chance to enter yourself. This is the chance just for everyone to enter, because we really do want to see a great turnout of people. And I really do want to see which one of you gets the larger amount of players for this 3v3, because I do believe with this tournament, it was EU that had the larger turnout for the third bi-weekly tournament. So, if you are NA and you're like, I want to participate in the 3v3 tournament for $300, get your friends on board. Get them trying the 1v1 tournament. Because again, this 3v3 tournament goes to whoever has the largest turnout of people. Get people to participate. You literally lose nothing. Literally lose absolutely nothing. And pinks in this tournament are allowed. Pinks, guys. Pink gear, pink weapons are allowed. The only stipulation is that... Oh my god, what is the password to the lobby? The only stipulation The only stipulation to this is that you cannot have duplicate characters. So no, you cannot have a team full of scythe guards. No, you cannot have a team full of whatever it is you wanted a team full of.
Gunner. Wait, who said that?
Well, a team full of guards.
What? Gunners? No way. All right,
So
go ahead,
let's
Greg.
get in to the finals here. McGregor versus Tony the Tiger, Tony the Thug, Tony two-timer if he wins this. Tony, insert whatever it is you want to tell Tony.
Why not?
Is
You're not.
Tony, why not? You're not?
You're not. Wasn't playing pretty safe. Greg burning his 3 dodges, using his burst and blinding silhouette. He used his second blinding silhouette and got Tony out of his waves. That was actually a very interesting trade. He got armor off that dodge. He used sword mark right as Tony was trying to dodge out of his next ability. Illusion flashed, but I don't think yeah, he had dodges left actually. He just got caught.
Both
Tony
of
with
them
a
are playing like semi-passively aggressively, but also seem a bit nervous. They're very like disengaged, kind of slightly engaged.
They're trying. I still feel like Griever has the advantage, although he didn't push it. Unfortunate. It might be... No, he was able to get him. Good dodge. Unfortunate, he needed one more. Very close on both ends.
Jousting here for a moment.
Both of them using the same abilities. Dodging the ultimate. Awakening, I should say. First awakening. Illusion flash just to catch up. He tried zoning him out. He thought Tony would engage, but Tony was showing some patience here. Greg panicked, used his dodge, and this is it. That's the end of it.
Wow. Very, very interesting. Actually, Greg here had a pretty good chance at winning, but surprisingly seeing something from Tony that I don't see displayed too often for him when I'm seeing him in these tournaments is... listen, I'm not calling Tony impatient. He is definitely not an impatient man, but he is an aggressive player. Meaning that he normally is the first to engage, he normally is the first to punish, everything he is going to do first. This is actually the first time in interesting amount of time that I've seen Tony actually kind of play the back end there for a moment. I don't know if you noticed that.
I think what you're saying is right. He's playing with more restraint. That's why that's...
It's a good word.
Alright. What will Greg do? Question of the ages. He did the classic blinding silhouette engage, but he got floored. Both of them got floored. Both of them dodged away from each other. Both of them using 2 abilities with long channel. That's the thing. I think another thing that people don't think about is, if I use this ability, will I be safe? Or do I have a way out? That's what both of them did as their engages.
Again, that's what separates our kind of more like earlier players versus our top tier players who've been playing the game for so long. I say so long as if the game's been out forever, but for the duration that the game has been out, they spend all their time grinding this, is that their dodges, their moves, again, are used for more than just DPS. They are a way out, they are a way in, they are a way to avoid. Very good catch there.
Although he was out of options, he had no energy. Tony used everything to catch him. Ended up using his ultimate, but he's at a disadvantage here with Griever. No, he got out of it. Good dodge. Great leap into Blades of Annihilation. That is also a class. But I think this might be it for Tony. He might take a ton of damage here. That's it. One misengage and the game's basically decided.
Tony realized he does not have enough time here, unfortunately.
He was trying. Those 2 blades, having Greg tank him, was really close. That might have ended his life if he stayed in his armored move, I should say. Dodged out and put Tony in some crowd control to get him out. Not really crowd control, but kept him up, airborne.
With a
Again.
slightly faster engage on Tony's end, I actually do think he might have been able to beat the 10 seconds. It's hard to say, but I do feel like he might have beat that 10 seconds there.
That is tough. He was so close. I think he was really close in beating him. Again, really interesting match. Both of them really high tier players, and they're playing like super specifically. I'll try to commentate as much as I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Both of them, again, Tony jumping in to try to give... This is the air Tony I was talking about. Triple jump. Hold your auto attack and jump twice. Tries to catch people off guard, but Greg knew better not to show up. So, unfortunately, getting a lot of damage here from not getting Tony knocked up. Tony using his Executioner Blade, tried to armor through a move, tried to bait something out, but Griever used this level 55 ability. Illusion flashed into Sword Mark, into the blade slashes. That was really interesting. He dodged for super armor, then used Sword Mark. Tony uses ultimate, but super armor from the dodge also protects you from your awakenings, so...
Ooh, they pulled the same move.
Same thing we saw last time. That looks...
I think we've seen that 3 times already.
That's really good. That engage, by the way, I think is a classic of using the Berserker Leap into the 2 slashes, the 2 waves.
Mm-hmm.
It really catches people. I think it's really fast, and it does a ton. Gives you more leverage that way, but...
Ooh, catches them in the ultimate.
That was the tech. Jump and use the second awakening, and it drags you to... and use Blades of Annihilation.
But there at the end, Tony actually stayed close enough just to wait till his energy was just enough to do 1 move. That is really all he needed to do, because I've seen quite a few people in that situation who would have disengaged completely and then would have gotten juggled through that. But Tony did the ultimate, ran out of energy, stepped back only slightly, enough to kind of be like, if I needed to dodge out of this, I could dodge out of this. And then engaged the moment he had energy to swiftly and just, you know, smoothly. That's the right word I'm thinking here.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what happened. Again, using the super armor from the dodges is so important. Especially at this level. It's literally the difference between you winning your match and losing your match. He dodged forward and then unfortunately gets caught by the illusion flash. Or blinding silhouette into illusion flash. Missed the waves, but he had super armor. Tony had super armor. Dodging. Blade of Annihilation to deal damage. Waited and used his Blade Siphon to drag him in for some extra damage to keep him at protection. Greg knew when to dodge. Oh, damn it. He needed 1 more dodge out of it, but he didn't have it. Tony going full aggression because he had no more energy to seal the deal on that trade. That was a really risky move. Although that's usually safe for Magic Blade, Tony used one of his hardest hitting abilities to deal damage to the arm Greg had there. Same oppressive triple, or not triple, but slight jump into blinding silhouette. Did as much damage as he could. Greg trying to leap towards him, but Tony leaped back.
Yeah, Tony plays very aggressively here. Tony does not leave room. But I think it's interesting is that compared to most Magic Blades, Griever actually does play very aggressively too. I do see more Magic Blades play on the offense, but Griever, or Greg, sorry, seems to kind of match Tony's playstyle.
Honestly, I kind of agree. He's trying to match it.
Yeah, instead of trying to counter it with an opposite playstyle, like, oh, you play aggressively.
Say again, Mezzo. That was 3-1. We got Tony 2-timer.
Wait, no way. There's no way that I was like so into this match I didn't realize.
Tony, congratulations. You won the tournament again.
No way.
Correct.
I was so...
You tried.
No way.
That was actually really well played.
Absolutely crazy. That was insane. I was like so invested in these matches. I was so enjoying them. I didn't even realize.
I actually really liked watching your Magic Blade. That was a good attempt. If anything, you played really well, and Tony was just, I guess he had the practice. The only way
No,
that I
Tony
could see,
playing insanely well there.
actually, the only way I could see you beating Tony is if you somehow baited an ability out, or like baited his more oppressive abilities, and then tried to go back in.
All
It is
right,
what it-
so Kaz fight Tony since you clearly know how to play against Tony.
Hey man,
So
I was
I
open
could
ranked.
play against Tony. That's
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm only a
literally all
humble
I
gold
heard.
1. I'm literally a gold 1. What are you
You
gonna
could
make
have
me
won
do?
against. You see that rank that Greg has there? What is that? What does that say? Read that for me.
He is. I agree. Greg's a legend. He played really well.
Okay, and then you see Tony. What does that say under Tony?
Tony, a humble legend.
Yeah, you
Alright.
stand no chance, buddy. You stand no
Stand
chance.
no chance.
Both of them would cook you. Floor you. Both of them.
Guys, rank's fake. Don't believe in the rank. Believe in yourself. Enter the tournaments. They would not cook me.
No, they'd cook you in specific, Kaz. Anyone has a chance against them except for you.
I don't believe Bark. Do you guys believe Bark?
No. I mean, yes. Shit.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. No, that's true. He said it himself.
Too
I didn't have to say
quickly,
anything.
dude. I spoke too quickly. Oh no.
Perfect. I'm glad we're in agreement.
All
Fair
right. Well, what a lovely tournament this was. I'm happy with the outcome. I'm happy with it all. Remember, next tournament determines the 3v3 whether or not it goes to NA or EU. If you've been hesitant about joining, this is actually the time to join, because not only are you benefiting yourself, you're benefiting the whole PvP community around you, and I'm sure they would appreciate that lot. Otherwise, I'll see you all later.
I agree. Good job, everybody. I'm glad you showed up. Again, remember, next tournament, bring all your friends. It matters for NA quite a lot. Bring everybody. See you around. GG's, everybody.
All right, guys. Thank you again, of course, for having another wonderful tournament as always. I just want to say, shout outs to you guys. Of course, shout outs to commentators, Bark and Kaz for doing such a great job, as well as don't forget, show some love to Justice Storm and the Discord guys. That's always where he supports us strongly by helping us run these brackets. So please make sure you show him love too as well. Not only that, anybody who is interested, we are going to be doing a segment. I know we kind of had a little bit of hype earlier with Ram and also Odin, Rambe and Odin. So we're actually going to try to set up a 5v5 with Team Hydra versus Team Odin. So that might be something worth watching. So if you guys want to get into that, maybe we might do more stuff like that. So this is something to look forward to. But guys, by all means, if you are interested, you have some ideas you want to pitch, we'll do more. I would love to, down the road, do a full-on draft if we have enough people. So moving forward, there's going to be a lot more cooler ideas. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep building the community like Bark said, like Kaz said. We're here to do so much more. So let's just keep doing that, guys. But with that being said, I'm going to send you guys over to a good friend of mine who is all about the horse racing. And I hope you guys are about the horse racing too. So I'm going to send you over to my buddy Sheets. Show him some love, guys. We're going to rate him. Horses for life. Find your horse girl.